I wasn't really planning on talking about my vote, but I feel like it's important for me to take accountability, and I hope that others like me kind of realize that it's important for us. The things that they say is true. It is important for us to vote, especially people like me who are women of color. I was a Bernie bro. There, I said it. I was a Bernie bro to the detriment of Hillary Clinton in 2016. And God, like, I feel so guilty. It honestly, looking back at it, the fact that Roe v. Wade has been rescinded, it's our fault. Like, it's our fault. Us millennial people of color, women of color, who, like, I don't know. I guess I thought I was just being so smart, about we need real change and da-da-da, going along with the rhetoric. I won't even call it socialist rhetoric, but I guess it is kind of socialist. Like, I definitely am still for that. It's just, it wasn't time. And I know, like, that's like another argument for, like, well, if you don't like it, then don't keep voting for it. Like, F the two-party system. But the reality is, it takes time. Like, it takes so much time for real change to happen in a governed society. The only other option is, if you want quick change, is to start killing each other. Is revolution. And who wants that? I know I don't. Especially not at this state, because most liberals don't own guns. So who gonna win? Okay? But anyway, it's like I'm realizing, and it's kind of sad because I studied political science in college. Like, that was my major. But the power of the media and rhetoric is something else, especially to us Americans. Like, that's what we weigh heavily on. That's why I'm choosing this media to find other people who agree with me on things, who want to interact, because we rely heavily on media, visuals and sound bites and things like that to educate us, essentially. But yeah, I feel like I've redeemed myself today by voting, and I just really hope that us millennials get out there and do what needs to be done to redeem ourselves from the 2016 flop. The New York Times had a podcast featuring women who were like 16, 17 back when Hillary was running, and so they couldn't do anything. They just sat back and, like, watched in horror as they, lived in a Trump world. Like, coming of age in a Trump world as a woman, like, oh my God, how deflating. Well, actually, apparently the data shows that it wasn't deflating for them at all. It was an enlightenment. And so apparently, like, young women are the highest demographic that's voting right now, especially, early voting. And that's what really made me get my butt off the couch. Like, I gotta do something. This is ridiculous. I have to redeem myself, So yeah, just vote, please. please, please, if you care anything about women's rights, you know, if you care anything about what this nation was actually founded upon, which is freedom, not just for white straight people, but for your poor and your weary, you know, that whole thing that's on the Statue of Liberty, you know. We're supposed to be a nation of immigrants. We essentially are. It's like they say, like, I don't even know. I can't even begin to understand the psychology behind the people who are seeing these things that are said and are still choosing to be on the wrong side of history. Like, we've seen this all before in our history books, you know? You don't have to go to college to have learned about the civil rights era. You don't have to go to college to learn about discrimination, you know? And what that looks like. And be able to correlate and see the pattern that's happening today with other people, other groups of people. But anyway, please vote. And know who to vote for. I'm sorry. Look, if you're undecided at this point, you're a bigot, most likely. You just don't realize it yet, okay? Just think about it.